play.
We're famous this week.
I know. It's Karla and Rainelle show with our guest, the amazing Herman Jackson. Welcome. Giving you a little Christmas music.
We love you too. Getting in the Christmas spirit.
That's it.
With Herman Jackson. It doesn't get much better than that.
Have yourself a very Merry Christmas. Yes. I did that.
I know. You see my hands moving. They have lip syncing and they have piano syncing. He's piano syncing.
I know what to stand here.
Me and Karla, we're the ones actually playing. It's magical.
I'll hit that last note.
Oh, wow.
That was me.
That helped.
That was good.
Very good.
Woo! Welcome, Herman Jackson, to Karla and Rainelle show.
Good to
Thank
see
you.
you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for that
I'm
beautiful
so happy
intro.
to be here.
What a phenomenal intro. We're not going to have an intro like that again. I think we need to do our theme song now.
Oh, yes.
You know, the Karla and Rainelle theme song via Herman Jackson.
Exactly.
See?
Exactly.
This is how
Have
things
your
come
people
about.
call my people.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that.
We'll handle it. We'll handle
The
it.
people hook up.
Right.
So, look at you. Just starting us out with a little gentle holiday music. I love it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
My favorite time of the year because,
Is it?
well, here's the thing. There's songs that you play all year, and you kind of get tired of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then December comes, and you got a whole another set of songs you play them for a month, and then
Back to
you're
the
done. Right.
Yeah,
Back to the other ones. Back to the other ones you don't like.
Yeah, well, it puts you in a particular mood and reminds you, some of these songs, it takes me back to childhood. Of course, you think about being under the tree with your presents. You can't wait to open, and you got to wait, and, the anticipation. And I think it's just a beautiful thing that's nostalgic.
Yes, it
Yes.
is. Well, I'm going to rewind to my formal introduction because we had spontaneously got that wonderful musical intro. We thought we'd start with that, right?
Yes.
But I just want to tell you, because we're going to get into all about Herman Jackson. I've known Herman since I was, 18 years old. So we're only,
That was just a few
35.
years
right?
ago.
A few
Early
years ago.
35. So, but Herman Jackson.
And you haven't aged, so.
Thank you. You look great too. Look at you. We can identify ourselves.
Right.
That's when you, that's when
Exactly. If you still can tell who that is.
yeah, you go, really? You were in school? Did I know you?
Right,
Yes, yes.
That's when it's a
exactly.
problem. But yeah, Herman here, this wonderful man, is a Grammy-nominated producer, composer, and arranger, musician, as you just heard, and also a UCLA instructor. We'll talk about that. Didn't know, maybe. From concerts to television to symphonies and to the White House. He has been a big standout. He has worked as a musician and an arranger for the American Music Awards, The Tonight Show, American Idol, America's Got Talent, even the NAACP Image Awards. That's just a few. That's literally a few. I can't even go through the whole thing. And he'll talk about all the other things that he's done and what he's done in those areas as well very soon, and the many greats that he's performed for and with and MD'd and all this. And the tours. We want to know where you've been around the world. This man's been everywhere.
How about where haven't you been?
Right?
Maybe that might be a shorter.
I want to look at his
topic.
passport and people he's recorded with and so forth. And he's also performed for the Pope.
Now, how many people can say
So,
that?
I'm going to end on that. Just
The Pope
the
and the
Pope
President.
listen to these fingers do their thing. So we're going to get into all that. So again, welcome, Herman Jackson. We're so appreciative that you're here with us today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, thank you. You're so busy and you're in town, and
Right.
when you call and Herman's in town, I was go, oh, you're here.
Yeah, we've been getting some good love from folks. If we ask somebody like you to take your time and sit with us you don't know, it means the world to us. It really does. Even though we know you, we see you out and like I've known you a lot less than 18, but maybe 6 years, I'd say that, that I've been a fan and watching. And then once I have a little story, but after we get all those credits, then I'll impress people with my story.
So I'm going to take it back. You're from Detroit, Michigan. Born and raised. Mm-hmm. I'm born and raised here, but born there. And we met in Detroit. I think is where we first met.
Yeah.
And so you navigated your way from Detroit to LA, which in itself, I know you did that because you were passionate about the music, but when did you start playing? What age did you start and what gravitated you toward that particular instrument, the piano?
I started taking lessons when I was seven or eight. 7.
Mm-hmm.
I started taking lessons. I probably was playing before that, but we didn't have a piano. We got a piano when I was 7. We moved to a new house and had room for a piano when I was 7.
So did you have the small toy keyboard to start with, kind of, the toy pianos, or did you go straight to the actual instrument?
No, I went straight to the piano. My mother plays. My mother plays, and my grandmother plays.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was always around pianos, and and my aunt had a piano. Both my aunts had pianos. Different people. It kind of was like
they were all over the
place. Yeah,
pianos all over the place.
Actually, nobody plays but me and my mother now. My grandmother's passed away, but my mother plays and I play. We're the only ones that play, but there was always pianos around. So,
they're beautiful instruments.
Yes.
So I can see why.
Yes. Yeah. My mother still has a beautiful piano.
She plays. Now, does she play professionally? Did she tour? Or she just played, kind of for herself?
No, she was actually a music major at Wayne State, and then she got married to my dad. Of course. And then she switched to being a business major. So she was a music major, but she didn't end up being professional.
And so at 7, you started playing at the home piano, more focused. You kind of really took on and enjoyed it.
Yeah. I always loved it. It was never I hear people saying, I took piano lessons for so many years, and the teacher, she hit my hand with a ruler, and it was always a joy and a passion of mine.
So it was very natural then, it sounds like, for you to
I think so.
gravitate into piano. Did you play in school?
I played in school, but I didn't play piano in school because most of the school bands don't have piano. Until I got to high school, they had a jazz band. And I played piano. I played piano in jazz band, but I played trumpet. I played trumpet in the concert bands, and then when I started high school, I went to Cass Tech High School, Performing Arts High School.
Hey, Cass Tech.
Yeah, very famous
a lot of people
school.
from Cass Tech. Yeah, it is.
Yes, yeah. And I was a music major there, so I had to play a wind instrument and a string instrument in addition to piano. So I played contrabass.
Oh, wow.
Contrabass. And I also played harp.
That's amazing.
I love that.
Not a lot of people that play harp. But do you still play all of the other ones? No.
I occasionally I have a cello.
Oh yeah.
I played the
look at it.
cello. I did.
You know,
Did you?
contrabass is just so physical, and you have to develop calluses on your fingers.
Oh really? In order to play
Yeah,
better?
yeah.
Wow.
It was just
I
too
wouldn't
physical
like
for me.
that.
So,
You're like,
that.
no.
so I switched to cello.
Okay.
I have a cello, I pick it up, and I play a few notes,
Mm-hmm.
and then I go back to the piano.
Okay. And that's
Just
it.
to make
That's
sure you
where
still
your
got it.
comfort
He's like,
zone.
okay, I
Yeah.
still can do this.
Yeah, and with all of the years that you played and all the people that you played with and all of the music that you played, you can still sit down at any given time, I imagine, and just, it's no big deal. Like, you never get tired of it.
Oh no, no,
Never
passion.
need a break.
when I need a break, I go on the road, and when I need a break from that, then I do some studio projects. Then I need a break from that, I do arranging.
So
Then
it's
I
all.
need a break, I do
that's
composing. Yeah,
That's
just kind of
it.
circle between those.
That's how you know.
So
it's
real vac-
your, yeah, that's how you know, right?
So
It's
real
your-
vacation would be not be without the piano. It wouldn't feel good. You probably miss the piano.
You'd be on an island somewhere. They'd have the
With-
piano in the sand on the shore.
Yeah, I have to have
You'd
it.
still like the piano around. If you were without the
Yeah.
piano for a good week on vacation, it wouldn't feel right.
Oh yeah, no, because I could go 2-3 days, 4 days maybe. Because I play every day. When I'm at home,
Yeah.
I play every day. And it's the first thing I do when I get up.
Well, you're a great writer.
I say my
very good
prayers
writer.
and I sit
And
down
then get on that piano.
because ideas in my when I'm asleep I have these ideas and I wake up it's like
You got to put
You
it
gotta,
out.
yeah, you gotta start playing.
yeah
That's great.
yeah.
Wow.
I love that.
Wow. So as I mentioned, there are many, many greats. I know Stevie Wonder's one that you've toured with, Gladys Knight, a lot of jazz artists too that you've been with. Phil Upchurch, Dave Koz, George Benson. I mean, it goes on and on, right? All these great people. So, when you first started out, who was the first big name or person that you looked up to that you performed with that was like kind of exciting?
Well,
Taking you back a few years.
yeah, definitely. Gladys was definitely the first and one of the, and very exciting. But I didn't realize, Gladys Knight was somebody that my mother listened to.
Oh, wow.
So I, ended up getting on the job, and we rehearsed, and it was great, and the music was great, and she sings
And
great.
she's great, right?
And
She's
the-
a lot of fun
and the
in
pips are great.
concert.
The pips are great. And I just had, the first show, I just had no idea. I mean, I just, we were in rehearsal, and it's great. But showtime, they got the suits on, the glass has the gown. I'm sitting there, I'm watching. I'm watching. And Benjamin Wright, who was the conductor, Benjamin, he walks over to me and says, "Hey, you gonna play or you gonna watch?"
I was getting ready to say, if you were watching,
You
you're
got
probably
caught
over
up.
there going like, when's the
Hello?
piano man coming in? Can we can we get a little of that
Yeah, he's
piano?
like, you gonna play or you gonna watch?
That's a good line. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You gonna play, young boy? You gonna what you gonna do over
So
here?
that was.
And you're about how young then? You were maybe early 20s?
early 20s.
Yeah.
Early 20s.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can imagine, in the early 20s having that moment with,
Oh, man,
Gladys
it was
Knight and the
amazing.
Pips coming on. You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you've been all over the world. So now do you have a favorite place or maybe a city? It could be here in the U.S. or somewhere abroad.
Paris would have to be my favorite.
Okay.
It's very
that's
easy for
good
me to
on the
say
list.
that. And I, 1996, I did a recording, maybe 2 recordings, and a tour with a French singer, Franz Gall. So I was in Paris for almost a year.
Wow.
About a year.
So parlez-vous français?
Yeah. Un petit peu.
Oui, oui.
So, maybe it's because I just spent so much time there, and I was, it's just great. It's
The
just
food is
Like,
good.
oh my gosh.
and
great. And,
Pomfrey?
It's so good. I mean, I did. I went once for a few days,
yeah.
but I would
I
love
love
to
it.
go back.
Yeah, I
would
love
always
love
go.
Paris.
We toured all over France, but we'd always come back to Paris because she had kids, and so she was always trying to be there during the week for their school.
Oh, that's nice.
So we go to the south of France, we go to Belgium, and then come back to Paris. And
Such a rough life. I can only imagine.
That was a tough year.
Yeah, right.
No, it's great. Yeah, the south of France is amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
The south of
You've
France.
been there?
Yeah.
Oh, well, see, now they got something up on me, so it's my turn.
Montpellier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, I love Montpellier. Okay.
Okay.
So you found out a favorite place he likes to travel. I hate to ask this, but we're going to even ask. Do you have a favorite or favorite artists or tours that have stood out to you, and kind of like why? What made it kind of a standout?
Wow.
I know, it's a loaded one. You love them all, we know that. Let's put that disclosure there.
But that's not the question.
Some of them I don't love so much, but
we won't talk about those.
We won't talk about those.
And if your name's not on that list, don't feel bad. It doesn't mean that you're one of those.
Your name's not Aretha.
Oh, no. Beep, 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 beep.
Bloop.
We need a 2-second delay on here.
Right.
What have been some of your standout performances? Like, either performance or, a tour, particular artist that was just really a blast to work with.
Stevie, of course. Stevie. When I was 11, I had my father. My father would go to the bowling alley. I won't make this little story long. He would bowl every Monday, and I would go with him. That's how I know how to bowl.
Okay.
I used to go with my father.
Yes, at the Friends of Fuller Already show best.
Yeah, exactly.
And if I did what I was supposed to do, he would get me. There was a guy that would come by with bootleg 8-track. And I had the Commodores, but when I was 11, I had this CD, Songs Like Your Life. And it literally changed my way of thinking about music.
Wow, that's one to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it encompassed everything. I had been studying classical piano for a few years. I became interested in jazz. Of course, Motown I was hearing that everywhere. I was playing gospel music in church, and Songs Like Your Life just brought all those elements together in one double CD, I guess. Double CD and a 45. It was like, and so to have that be such an influence on me, and then to get a chance to work with Stevie, that has to be.
Wow. Yeah, I can only...
And when I went to audition for him, I was like, I don't necessarily even know if... I don't think I'll get this gig. I just want to meet him.
You were just happy to meet him.
So you did. You probably played the heck out of that piano just because of the excitement, right?
And he was he's like, how do you know my music? I'm like, well, doesn't everybody?
That's the answer.
Good answer.
Who doesn't know your music?
Yeah.
But you were playing it, obviously, so well that he was like, my music.
Exactly. Intimately know my music.
You're feeling the music as an artist.
You didn't have the sheets up there, right? You had it all up the top of your head.
It's all in your head. Yeah.
There's a lot to be said for the love of something. It shows when you do it.
So that would have to be...
I understand that.
That would have to be first. I have to put my man Joe Cocker second.
I bet he's fun.
And I never, somebody that I never really listened to a lot, never really considered working with. And I got a call. So we were on the road, and it was so important to me because it ended up being his last tour before he died. And toward the end of the tour, he was sick. And he was every night he was like, I can't breathe. Wow. Somebody's smoking. Like nobody's smoking. And he was just in pain. They were sending doctors to the hotel in every city.
Wow.
Trying to figure out what was wrong with him. And it wasn't until he got home they figured out he had lung cancer.
Wow.
But and he hung around for another year or so, and then passed away. But that was his last tour.
You were on his last tour, wow. Yeah, he's a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't mess around. You play with greats.
Oh, yeah.
You're great. You've become great over the years, but started out working with greats, and you stuck there. And you're in demand. I mean, people call for Herman when they
they do. Which segues into my quick little story here. One day a few years ago, I was going to listen to this man and some other friends playing in Pasadena, playing jazz every week, and I was there faithfully, and I just got this notion. They always did an open mic and always like, Rainelle, why don't you go and sing? You know, Byron Miller, he would always ask. And I'm like, no. And I know they were teasing me because, you know, like you teased me. Yeah, we're going to have you sing one day. Well, it was my birthday coming up, and I decided, what do I want for my birthday? I want to get up there and sing with the band, which is a lofty thought, right? But I come to Mr. Herman Jackson, and I was like, Herman, can you help me? I have songs that I've written. I've got one on tape, and it's on my keyboard, you know, my little old keyboard. And he said, yeah, bring it on over. I brought it over to the studio. In 30 minutes, literally, he had the whole song done. It was on a music sheet. It was all official. And so I believe, and I sang on my birthday, and I wasn't terrible. So there you go.
You were good.
And we surprised the band. The band didn't even know, but that's what good musicians are. He said, just follow me. And I got up there and they cracked up the whole time. I remember they were laughing, but I didn't care. It was my birthday. So on that list of famous people, I'm there too. I just want you all to know.
Yes,
Karla's there too. Karla sang with me at some point.
I did sing. I sang in a band. I did sing, and because of Herman, he's a great teacher. He's a very great instructor musically, and everyone who has a talent is not a good instructor. I was a dancer for a while. I could teach. I was a choreographer, but everybody's not a good teacher in any craft. Herman's really good, and he's patient, and he definitely knows everything he's talking about. And he knows a voice and a sound, and he knows how to tell you what to do with it. But yeah, when he first came from Detroit, he was in a group called the Boys Next Door.
What?
Right? The Boys Next Door. My cousin Philip Gordy was in it.
Look at that.
And so, yeah, Rob Bacon.
We got
great
Rob
guitarist,
Bacon.
Rob Bacon.
What
Anthony
a
Young.
small world.
Yeah. So it was a great, and
We're in
Kevin.
good company.
Yeah, Kevin Irving.
Kevin Irving. So that was the group, and they came this way. My cousin Denise Gordy was working with them and all, and so I was, out. They needed background singers.
Look at that. Well, see,
And
now we're gonna have to get her to sing on here
I
one day.
did. So I stayed with them about a good year doing all the clubs around Los Angeles, and because of Herman working with me, kind of your moment, like, oh, I got to audition. I don't know, I'm a little nervous. And he's like, come on,
I know.
He worked with me, overnight, got me ready and said, you can do it. You're good.
Yeah.
Pumped me up. And
He's a good guy, right?
Right.
Even if he didn't mean it, I believed it for the entire time I had my
right. So he gave me the confidence I needed, and I got the gig. I was with his group.
That's the crux of the battle, believing it.
Believing it, yeah.
You believe it.
Yeah, I sold it for
See,
sure. Smoke and
if you
mirrors.
believe you can do it, yeah. So if you feel you have the talent and you believe in yourself, go for it. Right? See, that's the Herman one. And so on that note, I'll segue into the fact that Herman is an instructor at UCLA College.
Okay.
So tell us about what you're doing there and when you started doing this.
I started 2 years ago teaching an extension class, and it was a class that another guy had created, and it just didn't work. And they brought me in and said, "Hey, take this class and make it happen." So I changed a lot of things, and I just really drew from my Motown background. The class was arranging for independent artists and music producers, and it was how to make your song. You have a song, whatever. How to make it a great arrangement for your song to make it work. And I just, I played a lot of Stevie and a lot of Marvin Gaye. A lot of Smokey Robinson, because those guys were the best, and best in my opinion as far as arranging.
Yeah. The best deserve the best.
Yeah,
right?
Stevie Smokey, you can't. Yeah.
And I would take these, my students would come in with a song, and I said, okay, well, this song, we need to approach it like this, and okay, this one we can't approach like that. We want to approach it. And I just come up with an individual approach for each student for their songs. And the class was a good success, but, and they are going to bring it back, but what I'm doing now is I'm designing my own classes.
Nice.
Because that was somebody else's class.
I see.
That was somebody else's vision.
And you kind of got it.
Made that happen,
Continued.
yeah.
Okay.
But now I have, I'm going to do 2 classes. One is the piano class. One of the problems with the class I had was that I had a lot of people drop it on the first day.
Really?
Yeah, I had like maybe 4 or 5 people drop the class on the first day because they looked me up, they Googled me, and
they
said,
saw
okay.
all that
Rate
stuff.
your
and they
teacher,
were like,
rate your professor.
I said, oh, this is a piano class. This guy can show me how to play piano. And the class had nothing to do with piano.
Okay, so they came into it wanting to play piano.
Yeah.
Because it was an
Okay.
arranging,
Yeah, it was
right?
arranging class.
class.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a piano class.
Nice.
Good.
I want to
I'm
get
looking
in that
forward to
class.
that.
Did you hear all that?
I used to play piano.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
that's exactly who it's for.
Nice.
It's for all anybody that wants to play piano, whether you played it before
Really?
or you haven't.
I'm putting
played
my
it
daughter
before.
Morgan
Okay.
Ashley in there.
Well then, I know
That class
might
is going to be
something.
full. It's going to stay packed.
I know.
And no one's going to
We
drop.
need to reserve our spot right now.
Nobody's dropping that class.
No.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm
When
also
will you
gonna
start?
Probably will start not until spring of next
Okay.
year. Yeah,
Good.
next
Nice.
quarter. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also doing an American Idol style class
Oh,
where I will
yeah.
have, I will put groups together
Mm-hmm.
depending on who's in the class: drummer, bass player, keyboard player, guitar player,
Mm-hmm.
singer, and I will actually bring in the American Idol charts that we use
Oh.
and say, okay, this is what we started with.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a chart. Here's the finished version of what we did on the broadcast. How do we get from the beginning to the end? So I'm gonna do
Nice.
that. I'm gonna
I
do
love
that.
it. Speaking of American Idol, now you spent a lot of time at American Idol. How many years were you there, and what were you doing there?
10 years.
Wow.
10 years.
I knew it was
no
like
idea it was
I knew,
as many.
Yeah, I knew you were there a
know.
long time. 10 years. Wow, at American Idol. So you were there when it
Yeah.
started.
No, I
Close
was-
to
No,
the,
they-
season
maybe
three.
fourth
20
year,
years
year
or something
3.
like that.
Season 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Season 3, I was just an arranger. I was at home writing charts, sending them in to Ricky Minor, sending them to them, and then watching the shows.
And
Hear
see
my
what they
charts.
did. And
Yeah.
it was great, right?
Yeah.
Exciting
Yeah.
to
And then,
see that. They did a good job.
I did one
right?
season of that, and then next season, I was in the band actually playing, and I was also writing arrangements. So I didn't really, for those 7-8 seasons, I almost didn't have a day off during the run because we would do them. We would do recordings on Sunday, recordings of all the contestant songs. Monday we rehearsed for the show. Then Monday morning we rehearsed just music. Monday night we rehearsed with the singers. Tuesday morning we do camera blocking. And Tuesday we do the show. And Wednesday we do the results show. And Thursday was pretty much my only day off.
That's a lot.
That's television for you.
That's a busy schedule.
That's
Friday I
television.
start doing arrangements for the next week. So Friday and Saturday I'm doing arrangements, then start again on
so
Sunday.
around the clock,
Wow.
though, but it must have been great.
And I was the
though.
only one that was on both teams. I was the only one that was in the band.
okay.
And doing the
You were doing it
arranging.
all.
Wow,
Well, you're
yeah.
just special like that.
That's
So
right.
I want
They
to make
just
sure I
couldn't
tell
get
everybody
enough.
about the cool side. If you want a CD by Herman Jackson, which I love the CD. Like I got when it first came out, I think I played it every day, all day, over and over and over. So this is the
Yes.
cool side.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's
this
real
is if you
recent.
want some good music that will seriously want you to play all the time. It is not just it's not a plug. It's a high recommendation.
But you're saying they're going to re-release it? Is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
yes.
Okay.
It will be on iTunes shortly. Probably maybe the top of the year. We'll try to get it in time for Christmas, but definitely the top of the year. And
Okay.
it'll be on my Herman Jackson Music website.
All right.
Say the website. What's the
give it
website?
Exactly.
Herman Jackson Music.
.com.
.com.
For
Let's
all
finish
you
that
who
off.
Don't know.
Google it. Just Google
Just
it.
make sure. Yeah, it's not. It's .com.
And you've been MD for many greats too. You've gone all over the world as an MD and musician. I mean, just a musical director.
I was getting ready to say somebody's going to think he's
MD.
a doctor too.
I know an MD, a musical director.
He's a doctor of music.
Yeah, musical director in charge.
Psychiatrist, man. Yeah.
Some nights I'm sure you had to
I'm
sit back and
sure.
listen like the bartender does. Have to listen to the stories.
But
Everybody's
yeah, I
drama.
mean that's a lot to manage all those musicians and to,
Oh,
to
yeah.
run the whole show. Especially when you're talking about people like Shaka Khan and
Exactly.
Coltrane. I mean, just everybody. The big. I mean, I want to go through all these names. I mean, it's just an amazing
I
list.
know.
Boney James, Norman Brown, Roger Daltrey, Jeffrey Osborne, B.B. Winans, Petty Austin. I mean, it just goes on. I don't know. I'm missing.
Yeah, just name
Quincy
somebody and
Jones.
you probably worked with
Right,
them.
who haven't you? I mean, it's really like that. It's a great laundry. And Whitney Houston. I mean, it's just a great list of people that you've, been in charge of their show, basically. You've
And
run
then
the
you
band.
worked with Michael Jackson too? Did you?
No, we're Michael Jackson.
Really?
No,
Well, see, there's one.
Yeah,
One
one great
One
Jermaine.
hard
name.
one
Yeah.
to find. So he still got into the Jackson family there.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That is so
And
great.
I should have included Whitney when I was talking about great tours and great singers as far as working with. she was just simply, she was just the best. She was the best.
Wow.
Good to work for.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, respect for the musicians and things like that.
Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
A lot of artists don't. You know,
True.
sad to say, but
She insisted that we have the same accommodations that she had. A lot of
Really?
yeah.
Nice,
Yes.
nice. So she
I
wasn't
know.
a diva, or if she was a diva, she wanted everybody else to be too.
Yes, exactly.
we're going to be a diva as a team.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
sometimes that might not have been the best thing. You know,
Oh yeah.
I remember being at the Ritz-Carlton for 2 weeks and running up a bill.
Did you skip out on it, feeling a little guilty?
running up a little bill,
Ran up a little bill at the Ritz, you know.
That would be easy to do. I mean,
Peanuts alone are $20.
I know, I was thinking, yeah. I was like,
You
shut
grab
that
a-
bar.
Grab a can of peanuts off the can, you're done.
Yeah.
Forget it. And Jessica Simpson, I want to get to that before we cut off, because you really were instrumental in a lot of things she did and worked on projects, television shows, and her recordings. So tell us a little bit. Jessica Simpson has just created such a, a magnet of an industry for herself. So,
she's definitely an entrepreneur.
so didn't you get a call from them?
I got a call from her father,
Mm-hmm.
and typical Joe Simpson said, "Hey, they tell me you're the guy I need. This is what I want to do. You're the guy. I don't know if I'm the guy you need. I knew pretty much none of her music almost. I'm not the guy you need. He said, no. Everybody tells me you're the guy. I don't know. I said, listen, I hope you find somebody. But I don't think I'm at that point, I'm like 40-year-old, and she's a teeny bopper. She's in that classification.
Yeah.
He's like, listen, I got 2 weeks of shows. You're going to do these 2 weeks of shows, and then we can talk again.
Talk about not taking no for an answer.
He was there, yeah. He was like,
You're going to take these 2 weeks.
he's like, and so the first show was Oprah.
Okay,
Oh,
that's a nice start.
I know, right? Really?
The second show was MTV Spring Break in Cancun.
Oh, that's wild.
Then the next show, I think it was the Late Show or the Tonight Show, one of those shows. So I like 3 shows in, I was like, okay, I can do this.
Okay, that's
Joe, I
kind of
think
fun.
you're onto something.
Kind of fun,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jessica just, she needed somebody to take care of her music and allow her to be the singer that she could be.
Mm-hmm.
She was always a good singer, but I felt like she never had the right platform.
Okay.
And that's all I tried to do.
So you worked with her vocally. That's
Yeah.
what we were saying earlier.
Yeah.
So you worked with me, and then you worked with Jessica Simpson.
Yeah. Now, I didn't work with her on her shoe line or her handbag
All the
line.
merchandising.
I wish
Okay,
I should have been working on. I should have been working on that.
That should have been part of the deal,
It's
Yeah.
all in the merchandising.
Yeah, but that is wonderful,
I love
Herman. It's
it.
just it's a pleasure just to hear that you come from where you started. This is what you always wanted to do, and you're still doing it. You've been doing it. That's a blessing, like a life blessing, really, to be able to find what you love early in life and be able to make a living at it and a good living, and then have all of the perks that came with being with, great artists and traveling the world and stuff. So rub some of that off on me.
All right, we're doing it right now.
We are, because the Karla Rainelle show just
think-
elevated to a whole nother level by having you as a guest.
And I
Thank you
think
so
I think
much.
he might
For
need
real,
some,
I mean
some
that.
background singers, when he's MD on the next
Oh, absolutely.
gig. I
I'm
think,
going to start brushing up
I think
on
we
those.
go back in there and, with him, we
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
can pull it off.
Because, of course, he's going to tell us we're fantastic, and he's going to make sure that we're doing great.
we will be fantastic.
Absolutely.
He doesn't lie, Nail, if he believes you are.
That's right.
And we have to sign off when we're overtime. Everybody hang in there, though. There's 2 things I really, and if my co-host is okay with this, and
Okay.
and our wonderful
It's
guest
going
is
to
not
be a
rushing off, if he'll
surprise.
give me a few more minutes.
Yes.
But the White House, I cannot not mention that you performed at the White House.
Yeah.
Great. I want to hear about that. And I told everybody that you performed for the Pope, but we didn't get into that
That's
story.
true.
So those are 2 that I think would be great to end on, right? Yeah, you agree, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, White House, I performed it twice, actually. First time was under George Bush. But it was a event of Alma Powell, Colin Powell and his wife. So George Bush wasn't actually at the event. I was playing with James Ingram, who I MD'd for many years. And, you know, it's just amazing. It's just amazing to be in that building.
Yeah, it is. And to be performing and have this audience there and enjoying,
So I didn't meet George Bush, but at one point I had, because, you know, you got aides following you around at the White House because they don't really want you to go the wrong way.
make the wrong turn.
So they're kind of like, oh, no, this way.
So I'm walking, this aide is walking with me, and she's like, stop, wow. Look, there's the president. And he was going outside to walk his dog.
Oh, wow.
And he had shorts on, and he had his dog on. He was going outside to walk his dog. I was like, that's pretty cool.
That's cool. That's a nice casual time to see the president.
Yeah. So I didn't meet him, but I did see him.
Saw him.
So he missed the concert while he was upstairs kickback watching TV probably and decided to go walk the dog, right?
Yeah, he was like, I don't know this James Ingram person. I'm not going to go.
He was in the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I performed with Obama 2008. We did the day before, we did at the Library of Congress, which debuted a piece of Stevie's piece, Sketches of a Life, a classical piece that he wrote just for, and we did that, and I played piano when he was playing harmonica. Basically, we were both on the stage with him.
Together,
He played most of it.
Yeah.
And he played some clarinet too, and I played piano when he was doing that. That's not a bad job to have.
No, that's fill it in for Stevie.
Yeah, when he plays harmonica.
Nice.
And then the next day we did actually at the White House. They gave him the Gershwin Prize. We did who was it? Esperanza Spalding, Martina McBride. I think Peter Simon was on that show. Mary.
That's a good lineup already.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an amazing
So we did
lineup.
it was all Stevie songs.
Anytime you do a Stevie tribute anywhere is great, but to do it at the White House, how nice.
I know, right?
And then the Pope. The Pope was here in Los Angeles.
No, it was at Yankee Stadium.
Oh, Yankee Stadium. Okay.
Stadium.
All right.
It was at the old Yankee Stadium, and it was the pre-Mass concert. So the Pope was giving Mass. People were coming from all over the country, all over the world.
All over the world.
All over the world. And so when I got there like, we didn't start till like 9 or 10. And I got there at 6. When I got there were people there.
Mm-hmm.
There were people.
Very devoted people coming. Yeah, for Mass. That's just, I mean, that's amazing to come and play for such a time and for that audience.
Very special.
Yeah.
So we had to provide some entertainment for them because the Mass wasn't until
hours
later.
Had a while.
They're early, kept them busy.
Stephanie Mills, Jose Feliciano, and a lot of choirs. The Harlem Boys Choir.
Nice.
You know, that gig. I don't think I played at all that day.
Really?
I don't think I played a note. I did a lot of conducting.
You did a lot of conducting, yeah.
But I didn't do much playing.
You were the MD?
Yeah.
So who's MD working all
there
these
musicians.
That's
Making it all happen.
MD for the Pope.
You know,
I mean, come on.
Making
Who
it
knew?
all happen.
How many people can say that?
That's like one of those things that once it's on your resume.
From Detroit. My boy from Detroit is his MD for a concert for the Pope.
And once that's on your resume, you can, you could probably just lay down. But, but no, not Herman. He's going to keep rolling and keep going and do his thing. And
Herman,
bless us with your music.
I have more music.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you're so humble. You really are. And I will say, from someone who's known him since, right out of high school, not the same high school, but at age, you are the same person in your heart. You're very giving. You're very kind. And when you can help somebody that, you care about, you do step up and do it for them. And so that's always reciprocated, hopefully, from people that you do things for. So for anybody out there that Herman's done something for, I really hope that you're also extending that to him.
Paying it forward, too.
Yeah, you got to return that because everything's give and take and balance. And no, he's just the greatest. He's a great, great friend of mine, dear friend. And I don't use that too often with too many people, but this has been fun for me, especially to have someone that's so close, like family, really. Herman's like family to me and my family. We go so far back. And so this has been really fun. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. Right. Any last tidbits you want to tell us about? We know about your CD coming. You have a Christmas show
Christmas
coming.
tour. Christmas show.
You've done it for 10 years.
I've done it for 10 years. It's called The Colors of Christmas. And this year it's only 2 dates. December 9th in Palm Springs and December 10th in Cerritos, California. Wow. And the artists are Ruben Studdard, John Zacata, Melissa Manchester, and Olita Adams.
Nice.
Okay. You
nice
heard that.
holiday show to go catch where they can just go get tickets on the Google.
The McCallum Theater, I think, is in Palm Springs, and the Cerritos Center for the Performing Arts.
Okay. You want to catch that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You want to hear this wonderful person perform out there. Well, I can go on and on for a good hour or two because there's so much, but
we want you all to make sure.
And I know you've got questions and all, and we'll make sure that we get those answered and a little later.
Because I'm sorry we weren't able to get it right on the spot.
We had to give Herman all the time.
Exactly, all of our attention, all of our attention.
I like all the attention.
We even gave up our intro notes. We had stories to talk about. We wanted it all.
You know us, we're always doing something. We had plenty to talk about, but I guess we'll talk
about that later. We'll do a post show and over those notes. So, would you like to exit us on one of your wonderful tunes?
Oh yeah, sure.
One of your poolside specials.
Then we'll just roll on out. Just know that we said good night, right?
Yeah, good night, peace, love, kindness. Make someone smile. Karla Rainelle Talk Show with our wonderful guest, Herman Jackson. I hope you've enjoyed this music.
Don't you love him?
Oh my God. Thank you so much, and hope to see you at his show in Cerritos or Palm Springs. Have a great evening. Catch you next Wednesday at 5:30 Pacific Time. Karla Rainelle Talk Show.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right.